Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Historical Map 1047. Am I the beehole for telling 3 of my 4 siblings that they should be more understanding of our oldest sister and thanking her instead of treating her like shite for not celebrating our mother on Mother's Day? I, a 22-year-old male, am the youngest of my siblings. My oldest sister, Casey, a 31-year-old female, is my hero. She has done so much for me and the rest of our siblings, a 23-year-old female, a 25-year-old male, and a 26-year-old female. And they never acknowledge it and only talk about Casey being a birch to our mom or saying she should be pulling her weight more when it comes to mom. Background on our child is probably relevant here. Casey never really had a parent. Our parents were both shitey people, and our father was in and out of prison. Our mother was super hard on Casey and treated her like shite. Casey is also the kind of kid who looks most like our father. Oh man, she's taking out her anger on her husband on the kid. That's messed up. All right, back to it. Our mother was never kind or caring towards Casey, but she wanted her to be those things for us. So she pushed our mother to take care of us and would be there in the background trying to make it happen. But Casey was often left doing a lot too. She walked us to school when we were little. She didn't hang out with friends because she was babysitting or taking care of us. Casey's birthday was forgotten. Poor Casey. For years, and it was pretty much every year until I wrote it down. And made sure I brought it up so she'd be celebrated. The rest of our birthdays are celebrated because Casey wrote it down for our mother. She knew it was pointless doing it for herself because her mother hated her. Casey got a part-time job when she was 14 and would help pay for stuff. She saved up to go to prom and spent all the money on us because her mother had none at the time. She didn't go to prom. Instead, she worked that night for more money. I always saw it. My siblings saw our mother as their hero and would get mad at Casey for fighting with her mother. They saw our mother as the greatest, and she treated us better generally than Casey. But the only reason she was involved with us was because of Casey. So, for Mother's Day this year, my siblings all wanted to do this big celebration of our mother because she was diagnosed with chronic liver disease, and they feared wouldn't be around much longer. Oh, so she drank heavily too, I'm guessing. Casey wanted no part in it. My other siblings were pissed. I told them Casey owed our mother nothing, and they fought with me. It was a huge deal, and when Casey didn't show up on Mother's Day, it set them off. I wasn't there either, and I chose to go to Casey's and celebrate with her and my brother-in-law and their kids. My other siblings were being so shitey to Casey. In our group chat, I told them they should be more understanding. After all, Casey had done for us, and I listed examples and gave the fact that our mother treated her like shite, and I listed examples of that too. I told them Casey was more deserving of our Mother's Day celebrations and not mother. They called me a bad son and a bad brother and said I was sick just like Casey. Am I the beehole? Hi OP, no you're not the beehole. You saw what was going on. You saw that Casey was basically a saint and sacrificed her childhood for you guys. And sadly, they were probably too young to see it, and she was pushing the mother, so, it made it look like the mother was actually trying and actually loved them, but she probably didn't and probably wanted nothing to do with you guys. This is a real sad state of things. They're really old. There's nothing you can do. There's probably nothing you can do to change their minds. I would say, keep celebrating Casey. She freaking deserves it. She's a bloody saint. You're not the beehole. I don't think you're gonna get through to your siblings. I'm happy Casey has you there who knows what's going on. Treat her well and maybe start looking to cut out the rest of your siblings because I don't think you're gonna be able to get through to them ever, OP. So yeah, not the beehole. Our second one comes from Beneficial Sport 598. Am I the beehole for not feeling sorry for my wife when exactly what I told her would happen happened? We have an old house. There's a 5-inch wide horizontal ledge on the stairway to the basement. She likes to store stuff there. I've been telling her for years it's a bad idea. Whenever I go downstairs to do laundry or put away groceries in our pantry, I make sure that the ledge is empty. She always says that it's just handy and that she always means to clean it up. I find all kinds of crap there. Bottles, jars, open boxes of garage bags, lighter fluid, you name it. She came in from the backyard, where she was gardening to use the bathroom. On her way out, she went downstairs for something. I heard her fall down and then scream. After we got home from the hospital, where they reattached her toe, oh wow, okay, That's a big fall. All right. I asked her why she thought that leaving her garden shears there was a good idea. Oh, holy crap. All right. She says I'm being a beehole for saying I told you so. I didn't. I just asked her why she did it. I feel very bad that she got injured. I feel terrible that she feels dumb for leaving a heavy sharp object where it could fall easily. I feel shitey that I didn't see them in time to put them somewhere safe. Oh, don't blame yourself for that, man. You can only go downstairs so many times. You've told her multiple times not to do it. But none of that means what happened wasn't entirely predictable and entirely her fault. Once again, for the cheap seats, I did not say I told you so. Am I the beehole for asking her about her thought process? Huh. I'm gonna say no, but I mean, time and place. If someone I knew had their toe chopped off and reattached, holy crap, that is scary. Because I know if you lose your big toe, it's time to, relearn how to walk. I wouldn't be like, oh, what were you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, oh, you okay, okay? But after she did that, after she settled down and the shock of losing her toe and then regaining a toe, because that messed me up too. She after she's over that, you need to be like, why did you do that? I told you so. So I'm gonna say you're not the beehole, but different time, different place. Let her lick her wounds in peace. But OP, not the beehole. And our final one comes from OK Examination 8346. Am I the beehole for not telling my friend who I slept with? I, an 18-year-old female, have a friend, a 20-year-old male, who is mad at me because I didn't tell him I was sleeping with one of our mutual friends. I will admit that he asked me what I'm doing. I admit what I'm doing with this guy, and I'll say that I'm doing it, but not with him. I always have been a more private person about my life, especially if I'm not in an actual relationship with the person. I am not the type to kiss and tell. He is mad at me for lying to him, which I understand, but I'm not sure what any of this has to do with his business. I haven't told any of my friends because it's not super relevant, but I accidentally let it slip and he's pissed. Is this normal? Am I the beehole? Edit. I have also never done anything with my friend. Never kissed, never held hands, never cuddled, never slept with, etc., etc. Purely a platonic friendship. The guy I'm sleeping with is also 18. I've known him for about 8 years. Known my friend for 2. Alright, OP, I'm gonna be straight up with you. That guy, your friend who you've never done anything with, platonic, totally wants you. He wants to sleep with you. That's why he's your friend, orbiting you. And he's mad because you're sleeping with the guy. So he totally is interested in you. But he was waiting probably forever to shoot a shot. And you know what? Tough luck to him, man. If you're going to shoot your shot, shoot your shot. It's your fault if the person you're after, finds someone else and you were over there lagging it. And also, OP, I agree with you. You shouldn't kiss and tell, which good on you. And it's none of his bloody business. Like I said, he's the one who messed up and wasn't able to, ask you out in time, or maybe he was too scared, which, I mean, sometimes you just gotta, take the shot and take your hit. So I'm gonna say you're not the beehole. You don't have to tell anybody any of your business, especially, your private business. It sucks that you let it slip, but yeah, he's totally into you. He was totally orbiting you. He was being your friend, waiting to get his, probably waiting for you to be in a bad state of mind or something to be like, hey, you wanna, do some stuff. But OP, he's mad because he wants you. Even though you didn't do any of that, you think you're not letting him on. You probably weren't. It's just how we are as guys. Well, that's how I was. I used to do that too back when I was like in school. I used to be friends because I was attracted to them and was waiting forever to ask them out, which has bit me in the butt a couple times. And sometimes, and after you learn your lesson, you just go for it. If it's a no, it's a no. Well, nowadays it's a little scarier. If it's a no, they might try to pull something that drags you into court and ruins your life. So I really don't bother nowadays. Sorry, just kind of wandered off, but I'm saying like what's going on in his brain, I'm thinking. But yeah, he totally wants you and he is pissed that he can't have you now. OP, you are not the be-all. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.